Welcome again to whoever is here um, live with me. There is a delay which is caused due to unexpected power failure, so sorry about that. Uh, and I'm running on battery backup. Actually, not even battery backup. I'm running on my mobile internet, and I'm using sunlight instead of studio light, so the setup is different. So, if you experience any lag, please bear with me. I had sent an email today to all the subscribers, and I had given this as or I had sent this photo, which is the sketch I'll be using to paint from in today's session. So, if you are not subscribed, you can. Go to my free course and then sign up so that you get added to my list automatically. Marathi.studio.com/free course. Maybe I'll create a separate email subscription form, but this is a good way to get on the list so that you get to know what I'm going to do today. Also, a subscriber or a viewer, I think yesterday or day before, asked if I can tell what are the colors I'm going to use. So I've sent a list of colors that I'm going to use today. So those are this is ultramarine blue is the blue which I'm using today. Then I'll be using burnt sienna, chrome yellow or gamboge and white. Typical colors, nothing fancy about it. If you don't have exact these colors, you can use any similar colors and still work with it. Your painting will just look slightly different. There is nothing wrong with it because colors are relative and they're not absolute things. So you can very well use the other colors or whatever colors you have. Okay, with that said, let's zoom into my desk and let's start painting. Let me quickly adjust the camera. I had done all the setup and then the power went off, and my UPS also couldn't withstand for a long time. So I had to move my camera setup, and that's why it's taking time for me to set this up again. So let me get rid of this, and now let's get started. So this is the outer boundary, and that's the outline. Now we have this road or a path which goes like this. It turns, and then there are these trees here, and they are casting a shadow across the road. Even this part is in of the road is in shadows, and then there are these smaller bushes on the other side of the road, and I had not drawn this part of the bush here, but that's there. And there are these small mountains in the background. Nothing very different or unusual about this landscape, but just that I just don't want this point to be in the horizontal center of the painting. So that's the reason I'm. Let's see how it looks, and then I might have to adjust it. Or let me include one more mountain here. That might be too much. I don't know whether I should include that. or let me not include this. And so you can see that I'm making changes on the fly, so there is nothing wrong about it, because anyway this is a sketch and not first attempt at the painting rather. So let me see. I have, even my laptop battery is not full, so let's quickly paint with whatever we have. So let me get this here. When you say it's a sketch, colored sketch, and not a final painting, the you feel you get a feeling of relaxation. It's not something which bothers you much. That's why I always like to call these sketches. Only when it turns out good, then I might call something a painting. But that's by that time the painting is already done, so you don't get the fear of or the pressure of creating something beautiful. And when you are not under pressure, you tend to perform better. So that's the logic. Okay, now let me paint these trees. The light is coming in from here, that's why they are casting a shadow like this, and this is being lit with direct light. There will be some areas where the light is not reaching. And this part will be in shadow because of the shadow cast by these trees. Okay, I will leave this at this point. Now I'll modify this green and add some white to it, and also some burnt sienna, and let's see what color do we get for this mountain. Okay, and let me I want to show some direct light hitting this hill or mountain, whatever that is. And so that's that. And now I need a more bluish color for the, pick up some green from here for the distant mountain, and let's see how this looks. It's not blue enough. Can go lighter and bluer. You can see how large the brush is, what I'm using right now. So if you have a large brush, use it, rather use the largest brush you can use, and that will give you your paintings a different quality altogether. I keep telling this to my students. Now let's paint the sky. I'll keep it pure, not tone it down. And as I come down, I'll add more white. Okay, now what remains to be painted is the road. So first I'll make this typical road color, if that's a word. And I think I will have to now use a slightly smaller brush so that I can control things. and add more white on the road here. And now I need a shadow color. So what I'll do is I have to mix it here. I'm doing this too wet in wet. The color is very wet right now. So I shouldn't have done this. But let's see how it goes. Even the color on my brush was very thin. I might have, since we are showing this bunch of trees in light, there must be light here also. And I'll let this dry before I go into adjusting it. Now let me come back to the main trees on this side. So again, I want to now fine tune things. So let me switch over to a round brush and a smaller brush basically. And paint the shadow side of the tree again, or intense restate the darks basically. I want to indicate few tree trunks here, but I don't want to get into getting, or I don't want to show details in them. And since I have this color on my brush, I will use it even here where this shadow is falling on these trees and making them look dark. Now let's get into the highlights or more greener side of the trees. I need to look at it from a distance. In the video, I guess you are seeing it too dark, but it's not so dark. My whole video setup has become so temporary today that I can't control the lights. Now I'll add some details in this hill. Let me see if you can let me know if you see more lights. Yeah, that's because the light is coming from the window, and because this is wet, it's shining. Now let's add some darks or some details to this mountain. Let's see how this looks. No, should be lighter. Maybe some shrubs are growing up here. They won't be as dark as the ones in the foreground. And now let me come back to the road. Slightly dry now. This still doesn't look very appropriately as a shadow. Let me turn the paper so that I can make the brushstrokes proper. Yeah, this is better. And what else? I think the trees can be slightly lighter, even more light here. And even on the top of the tree here. Add a bit of white so that it can become opaque. Yeah. Somewhere this light is falling through the shadows. It's poking through, and that's how you get these tiny highlights. And I'm close to calling it done. I need to slightly make this area clearer. In the sense, it was attracting too much attention, and maybe there is some grass on this side also, which is of course dark in color because of the light, because no light was falling on that. I think that's about it. It's a small sketch which now is almost complete. Some indication of a I don't want any hard edges here. Yeah, I guess this is it. What time is it? Yeah, about 35 minutes since we started. Maybe a few minutes less because I started late today. Okay, that's it. This border can go more parallel. Again, to remind you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell icon on YouTube so that you get notified about the new videos or any things happening in the studio. And if you are watching this on Facebook, then you should like the page so that you get notified. And if you are watching this as a recording and not live, for those who will watch it later, also hit the subscribe button, spread the news, and do send me your suggestions. And if you have any special requests about what we need to paint, I have implemented one suggestion of sending the list of colors and also the sketch in the email today so that those who received the emails and wanted to participate live can have those colors ready. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed and also learned something from this live session, and see you next time. Thank you and have a nice day. I can see your you can see my video also and the video of this. So that's it for today. See you next time. Bye. Thank you.